Hey guys, this is Genghis on server 68. I'm going to give you the most important advice you could get in your entire existence on Evony. This is the most important decision you're ever going to have to make, and it is what alliance should you join. You should basically just join the biggest, strongest alliance. That's the best advice I could ever give you, and right now, I'm in the top alliance on this server. Now, there's two top alliances and a third one very close. And power is not everything. Now, so we actually just dropped to second. So it's basically a tie between us. We were just above them. And I'm not saying we're better than them just because we were higher than them. I think of us both as the top two alliances. This alliance is also good, but they lost a lot of their top people to Neff. And what a top alliance does for you, it just allows you to kill every single boss on the map, and you can send this guy to all of the rallies with one troop right here. Put a double ring on him. I like King's Ring because I don't want to waste as many materials. Get that double drop. I also like to send this guy because he saves on stamina as well. If I could get that to pop up. Will it pop up? There it is. He reduces stamina. So when I'm going after the big bosses, the B15s and B14s, Warlord 4 and 3, I send him to reduce the stamina taken, and he gets a lot of luck as well. So what you want to do is join those big alliances and ride their coattails. And you will just grow so fast. And it's so important. If you play the game properly, that is what you should be doing. Now, another thing to keep in mind is when you're in a bigger alliance. So this is not even a factor of when you're choosing an alliance. This is just going to happen. If you choose the biggest and best alliance, you're going to get these benefits. So one of them is alliance science. And if you look here, you could see, look at this, 20%, 20%, 20%. It costs over 3 million alliance points to upgrade. My old alliance, everything was at 600,000, 8%, things like that. Not even comparison. So these people here have such a large advantage over smaller alliances. And this is just a very small factor, but this all just adds up on top of each other. There are some other factors you will have to consider, and these are just personal decisions, is will they include you in Battlefield? Or does the Battlefield time even work for you? Because some people are from different time zones. But you can take the short-term sacrifice and join the bigger alliance and get all the scrolls that you need, right? So you're going to need all of these red scrolls. You're going to get those from being in Battlefield. You're going to need these badges. So if they're leaving you out of Battlefield, or you can't play because of the time zone, well, eventually you're going to have to sort that. Maybe you can grow inside the alliance and get in Battlefield. Maybe they can set up a rotation. Evony did make it a bit easier as they added the entire alliance receives badges now when the alliance signs up for Battlefield, not just the people who participate. But when you do participate, you get more of them. Some other things that you have to keep in mind or benefits to joining a large alliance is one of them is, sorry, I'm just looking around the map. I have, this guy. I'm trying to get him accepted into the alliance right now, but we have to wait for one of the R4s or 5s to get online so he can come in, a little guy from our last alliance. He's a very good boss spotter. He will search the map and post everything for us, so he is actually a very excellent teammate. That's exactly what you want from your smaller people, actually. So not everybody has to be killing, but it takes the burden off of your top guys so much when they don't have to be looking around the map, and they could just look at the chat and hit all the bosses that are posted. So one thing that's very important, and this is probably the biggest mistake I made. So I wasn't in one of the top alliances, and my biggest drawback right now of my account, I have everything I want. Like, I'm finishing my Achaemenid gear and getting my debuffs up, and I have tons of resources, and my buildings are done. But what I don't have is my subs. They, in my opinion, are lacking. So you look at them and the colors are good. I got some gold and purple and blues, but I only have this one blue Russian that I really like. And don't laugh at my Yulji Mundiak on there. I'm just leveling him up in Battlefield. He'll be going back to the academy soon as a duty officer. But it's very hard to get these PvP Russian and Japan subs. And if you're not in one of those top alliances, you're not going to get them. They're going to steal them from you every time you win them. And another factor, so here's some advice. If you're on a new server, try and trade people, all these other purple and gold ones. Trade purple and gold for blue Japan and Russians. They're so much more valuable and you're never going to get your hands on them again. So right now, for me to get these Japanese and Russian subs, I have to wait for someone to drop bubble and try and snipe it. But the problem is, only good players have them, and good players are good because they don't drop bubble. So it's going to be very difficult to get them. There's the sub events. I can obviously hope to win them in there, but it's going to be difficult because everybody bids on those same subs. Everybody wants them. And there's another benefit to being in a large alliance when it comes to sub-cities. And you can see these all over the map. There's some historic cities. And if you look at them, these are buffs that the entire alliance gets or receives. And these are special events that happen once in a while. And wars break out over them. There is nothing more important than getting this for your alliance. Because look at that, the entire alliance is going to get 15%. So you want that. And that's always going to go to the top alliances because they just have the firepower, and especially these ones because you can't hide. Once you open the key and you get it, it's done. Like, that's the location. Everyone knows where the location is. That's where the war is going to happen. So we actually have one. Every one of your maps should have a historic city right here beside the throne. So if you look on it, it says event coming soon. So that's going to come soon. Mind you, it's been saying event coming soon for a year for us, but eventually it will come and there will be a battle for that. And people have to prepare for that and have strategies. I've never been involved in it, so I don't know, but I will document it as it happens. And I hope that my alliance can come out and get it. But more often than not, all the big players at this point on an old server are generally playing because they enjoy Battlefield and just being around their friends. So people probably aren't going to ruin their accounts for it. So there's usually going to be some sort of diplomacy that happens. I'll trade you this city that we have before for that one, or I'll give you some of my sub-cities or resources or something. I don't know what people would care about to not have that city. I guess it depends what sort of buffs are inside the city. First, whether you want to trade it or not, or fight for it. But I assume the first means is always going to be diplomacy. But these are all benefits of being in a major alliance. So you want to get into that top alliance and just send your double drop generals over and over and grow. That's what you should be focusing on for the first year. So this is Genghis on server 68, giving you the most important advice on the most important decision you will have to make in Evony. So if they reject you in the top alliance, just keep trying. Just tell them, hey, I will post bosses. I will work hard. I will call my Vikings as high as you want them. I will do everything you want. And just try to get in that alliance if you're a small person. Because these alliances want hard workers and active people too. So not everybody can be the top person, and they understand that. So like, subscribe, leave a comment.